Daddy, mommy, àṣàṣírí lẹ dìbò fún.
Daddy, mommy, àṣewèrè 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 lẹ dìbò fún.
Àṣewèrè lẹ dìbò fún. Ṣé democracy lè rí o? Ebi para ìlú. Ṣé democracy lè rí? Ṣé democracy lè rí? Ṣé democracy lè rí o? Ebi para ìlú. Ayé ìjẹ́lẹ̀ ló ti wá. Wọ́n ti pè lánàá lọ nìyẹn. Wọ́n tó máa jẹ́ sí tó máa jà lọ́sàn-án. Ṣé democracy lè rí? Ṣé democracy lè rí o? Ebi para ìlú.
Ṣé democracy lè rí? Ṣé democracy demo dáradára?
Ṣé democracy lè rí o? Ebi para ìlú. Ṣé democracy lè rí?
Ṣé democracy lè rí?
Ṣé democracy lè rí o? Ebi para ìlú. Ṣé democracy lè rí? Take yourselves, go to the nearest local government area, go to the nearest the nearest gathering point to your streets. You don't really have to go far away from home. If you have to, go in groups. Tomorrow is going to be a showdown. And I'm just here to tell you, even Auntie Kemi agrees. We usually don't agree on the same thing. I have to say, Auntie Kemi self agrees. I'm talking about Kemi Olun lawyer. If they tell you not to protest, that's totally wrong. I couldn't believe it that she agreed, all right? But listen to this. You all need to know that those who are perpetrating violence are sponsored. Remember that always. Never accept the tag that your protest is violence and all of that. Don't ever accept that. Continue to put out evidence that shows the thugs are sponsored by Tinubu, the violence sponsored by Tinubu, the police killing the people that they were supposed to be protecting. You need to keep pushing that evidence out. And I think that's what Auntie Kemi said too. Please listen.
Hi, this is Dr. Kemi. The time in Nigeria now should be about 9 p.m. And I want to say something that was very disturbing that I saw today on social media. I've been watching these protests. I'm not covering anything because I no longer practice journalism. I'm retired. I've been watching this protest, and it has been largely violent in some areas. The Nigerian police is urging law-abiding protesters to withdraw from the protests because it's largely become violent. Please don't withdraw. If you're law-abiding, continue protesting. They are trying to get people to stop protesting. Even the lawyer for Showere's group, Take It Back, was saying they should suspend the protest. No. We cannot do this. People are getting paid money in the back, and you don't know that. We can't continue like this in Nigeria. I may not be in Nigeria, but it's still my country. I may have two countries, but it's still my country. Okay, if you don't speak out, nothing happens in Nigeria. I've always told you that's my hashtag. Nothing changes in Nigeria. All right, so everybody wants to sit down and watch BB Niger and all that, right? You can do that and continue suffering. The president said he's going to be talking to the nation tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. I don't like the 7 a.m. thing. Number one, is the president live? No, he's not live. His speech is recorded, and he's recording it right now from a bunker. President Tinubu should not even be anywhere near Aso because if these protesters, if they get into the National Assembly to get to Aso it'll be bloody. Let me tell you, he should not even be there. I know about national security, trust me. Now, what bothered me today was images that I saw in Kano, and the Kano youth have largely been very violent, and many of them have been looting and stealing things from different buildings. They were hoisting the Russian flag. They were hoisting Russian flags. They were showing placards like Vladimir Putin, the Russian president, should come and aid them. Now, I have a problem with that. Why? Because this is the same thing that happened with Putin and I think it was Burkina Faso and other places. Putin has a lot of interest in Africa, all right? I like Putin, he's a cool guy. He has a lot of interest in Africa, and it's for his own interest, and he seems to be liberating some of those countries that have left ECOWAS. Here's the problem I have. IGB Ekbetokun said that there were some foreign mercenaries involved in this whole protest thing. Buhari once accused Shore of having foreign mercenaries working with him in toppling his government. Everybody's saying foreign mercenaries. Are you focused in the right places? I, for one thing, this is why the president decided to address the nation tomorrow, because of the Kano youth who are protesting with placards of the Russian president. Okay, there might be occupation going on in Nigeria soon. I don't know. But my own thing is this. The country is so damaged that they just need to dissolve the constitution. If you want to dissolve the constitution, a new one needs to be written by the lawmakers. Okay, but the lawmakers won't dissolve the constitution because it wouldn't favor them and they'll have to leave office. Constitutions are really never dissolved. Can you dissolve the US Constitution? No. It was written by the forefathers. Okay, that Second Amendment is the one I would like to go if there was that chance. The right to own guns, the right to bear arms. But then, hey, only in Nigeria can we dissolve the Constitution. So don't come and compare Nigeria to the US now because you don't like me comparing them. The Nigerian Constitution is not feasible. It does not work for anybody. You can't even protest anywhere. They actually had our people protesting in a stadium. That's not a protest. In a stadium is not a protest. A protest means you have to walk around and show people and tell people what you want. And that's not happening, sadly. So that whole Russian thing bothers me. And I think that Mr. Egbetokun, Mr. Musa, and all the security chiefs should really, really protect our people at this point. It is very, very important. Hi, this is Dr. Kemi.
So you can say a broken clock can be corrected maybe once or twice a day. It's not even once, twice. Yeah, Auntie Kemi, she's concerned about the Russia connection. Everyone should. All right. And I believe that at the same time, maybe all of you should possibly get yourself in tune with the development in other West African countries too. So if you are alarmed, maybe there is more. And she says something about your fraudulent constitution too. That is golden. That means more and more of you are becoming aware and honest. Nigeria is the creation of British. It's a business agreement, a business arrangement. The resources in Nigeria are more valuable than you, that they called Nigerians. If Lord Lugard had named Nigeria Lugardarian, a lot of you shouting and beating your chest like, what do you call it, like an angry dwarf, right? Thumping your chest. You probably will be, thumping your chest today. I'm a proud Nigerian. You probably will be a proud Lugardarian. Yeah, and you still call yourself a Lugardarian. I'm a grandson of Lugard. That's exactly what it is like. And yes, if the conversation gets to, and it's part of the demand of the protesters, by the way. So if the conversation gets to that stage, then we can discuss if we really want to still be together or not. And Tinubu would go. Look at me very well. See, when people say Tinubu must go, and you return that and say, go where? They go anywhere. Listen to me. If he continues in this trajectory, he will run away from Nigeria in the next few days. If they continue to tell him that nothing they happen, Joe, don't worry, this is opposition. Now people will hate the Tinubu. Oh, enemies of Nigeria, continue. In fact, I swear, I pray they continue in that trajectory. Tinubu, whether it is, if he has already run away from Nigeria, he is never going to return. He will never return to that borderline. He will never return to any part of Nigeria. And you are likely never going to see Tinubu again until he's dead. And I'm saying this because the choice is his. He just fired the first shot. Shot himself on the foot. The remaining foot right now, he has another chance to redeem himself. Even though I don't pray he does. I want him to be very stone cold. They told him Bukwari did it, nothing happened. Do you understand what I mean? Like, oh, na noise, oh, na noise. And I told me, say, oh, na noise 3-4 days ago. Abobakus. Today, we say you don't see, say no be noise, no be noise. You won't come here, come gaslight me. You are inciting people. Why don't you come back home? Come and lead it. I need the casualty lema the last. Think that the revolution babere. You have the revolution at the gate. Protest now. Protest still they happen now. Revolution is at your gate in Nigeria. Your criminal leaders will run. You won't see them again. And those ones that are unable to run, well, they should have seen it coming. And as for those who were pushing I'm talking to you now, the Ronukus. Those of you who are pushing the Igbo must go, Igbo this, Igbo that, for Tinubu, thinking you could drag the entire Yoruba to a campaign of a bigotry for a man that doesn't even know his father. The man that denied his mother, the woman that carried him for 9 months. I don't even know if not 9 months or not 12 months and carry him. Tinubu denied his mother, denied his father. He was adopted by a drug mule, Abibatu Mogaji. Abibatu Mogaji recruited him as a drug mule, sent him to America under the cover of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Then, you should know all the story that way, right? Then you are looking at Yorubas who are proudly displaying the images of their parents, their fathers, their mothers, and they will never associate with a drug dealer, a treasury looter, a total criminal like Tinubu and his wife, rat. Remi Ahmed Tinubu, which is a rat. Remi Werekwe. Now, you were pushing the narrative to think that you could use Yoruba name to defend a drug dealer. Omualele Yoruba. Tinubu is actually the textbook definition of a bastard. Bastard. Omualele Yoruba. Who had to pick a name and he chose a name that is so significant in Yoruba land, associated with some big families in Yoruba land. He picked that, denied his father, denied his mother. And then you, Omuali Jati, you are calling the people Omo in Yoruba land. You are calling them Omuali because they will never associate with this druggie that destroys the lives of our people with his politics of hatred, politics of division. They are selling Yoruba lands to their friends who are Indians, their friends who are Pakistanis, who are Lebanese, who are Chinese, their friends who are from the rest of the West. Then they turned around and the gullibles that they failed to train, the criminals that they have looted their future, they have looted their existence, they turned them around and made them attack dog, tribal attack dog, attacking everyone that says, how could you associate with a drug dealer, an incompetent one who stole it? No. He grabbed it, I think. He snatched it, and then he made a run with it, only for him to discover that he only grabbed the sand, that he won't let go. So they make you push the narrative of tribal this, tribal that, with empty stomach. That house is crumbling. Yeah, it's crumbling. Finally, people have gone after all of the campaigners of this bigotry in Yoruba land, making all these threats. They came out to say that the protest is being organized by the Igbos. They do not even have the confidence to name those, the Arewas, that kick off the protest. Arewas said they've had enough and they were going to start the protest, and they have been living up to that so far. But the Ronukus, the Ronukus from the sewage where they were dwelling in Lagos, some of them are not even from Lagos. They are from other, what do you call it, backwater states, underdeveloped states in Yoruba land. So ashamed of where they come from that they would rather use Tinubu, person we no get papa, person we deny mama. They would rather hide behind Tinubu, their own, what do you call it, their own low self-esteem, to push a Yoruba agenda that is completely alien to the Yoruba people. We have the record as the most accommodating people in Nigeria. Come on, give us that. A lot of people were born and raised. A lot of people from different background. They were born and raised in Yoruba land. And not until Tinubu brought his bigotry, many of them were never reminded that they were Igbos, or they were this, or they were that, until Tinubu's ruinous political ideology started crippling into Yoruba land. So the Yorubas have risen. Right now, a lot of them are now running. They started what they call the Igbo must go. They sold their land. They can do one bear. Your leader, Tinubu and co, sold more than half of Lagos land to people that none of you, your forefathers, would never dare go to. But the Igbos are the easy targets. Now they are running because we are uncovering majority of them now. As for those ones who are still living abroad, your own days are coming. And those ones, are the sewage dweller, the crumb eaters, the crumb chasers, the ass leakers, the all-risers, the Agbadorians, the bat idiots, the bad starts, who reside in that shithole, in the contraption, hiding behind all these faceless social media accounts to push their bigotry. Igbo must go in Yoruba land for our people. I think they are beginning to realize that we need to be very careful. People like say the thing, though, they turn to something else. So here is one of them, and here is another one, trying to remind him that Baba, we can't say that now. Yeah, one by one.
So Yoruba, we should stop complaining because we need to protest. We need to come out and protest. Igbo are disrespecting our institution. They disrespect our traditional ruler. They disrespect all our headers, and they can't take it in their own space. Therefore, we must not fold our hand. I just have to tell everybody this: this protest, Igbo must go, and the scrap of a unitary system is a must, and it's coming, and it's going to be loud. It's going to, whoever that want to die should go and die. It's in our space. This is our heritage. This is the land our father fought for, and we will not allow anybody, no matter how many acres of land you buy, it is our land, and your land, your purchased land, have expired time. Therefore, you cannot claim ownership. So, thank you, Madam Ajoke, for that.
Sir, let me just quickly say this. I appreciate you, sir, Baba Omega. But you know, we need to be very careful so that we don't play into the hands of the enemies. We are still within the context of Nigeria, and asking for the expulsion of any ethnicities within our space, we can make statements like that, but we need to be very, very careful of the diplomatic consequences of how they are going to twist it. You know, we live in a place where people are naturally very, very manipulative already. So I support that the end should come against the unitary system of government, but the issue of saying any ethnicities must be forced out of our space cannot be. We need to be very careful. You can be accused of terrorism, incitement, or any other thing.
You're intimidating Igbo people. You sold your lands to them. You used the money to go and spray a musician. And now you want to come back and claim ownership. Where is that done? There's something wrong. I beg, don't let me go there. You sold almost half of Lagos is gone. You sold the land. They got COO. You are now coming to claim ownership of the area. You want to be chairman of the landlords association. Why on paper you don't have anything. What to you? I tell you.
So Yoruba.
Oh, Jimmy Dizu. Jimmy Dizu was like, Omaori, what you? Like you sold your land and you want to be the chairman of the landlord association. You know, get land. Every day on social media, they take our land. They buy our even if they buy our land, they cannot disrespect us. Papa, you don't even get land. With yourself, you are almost homeless. Some of them that live abroad, they are living miserable lives abroad. You need to see them. You can tell that these people, they've never really been loved. They've never really experienced love per se. Here you get. All of this now for Tinubu, it has nothing to do with Yoruba. It has nothing to do with Lagos. Tinubu is going down. Abobakus will follow. We will bury you. And you lori bruku day. They cut out my video. They were publishing my video everywhere. They said, Mayegun is enemy of Yoruba. And you lori bude de awon elebi. Oh, man, your Tinubu will run. And a lot of you will deny your Ronuku very soon. Because you have nothing to do with Yoruba land. And you going to Yoruba. Once Tinubu no get any leverage anymore, una go come back, they say what? You will now be interested in Yoruba nation. But right now, Tinubu is there. Nothing like Yoruba nation. We must protest and chase the Igbo away. I count your days. And I'll let GRV maybe teach you something that you probably failed to learn. GRV Omoko, say something, Jare, my dear brother.
This is a question for you, Gbadebo. I'd like to, highlight that hashtag Igbo must go protest. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu